It looks rather interesting what has happened over the last day or so. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. And we're seeing a big change all at once, and it happens to be on Good Friday. Kind of interesting. We got a ton of stuff to get into in this video. Obviously, I'm referring to our president, some of the moves he just made. We're going to get into also a ton of other stuff. We have Steve-O and something he just did. We got also Theo on Joe Rogan and something he said, and we got a ton of other stuff to get into as well. Let's just get going here. We have this message that our president put out last night. Keep the oil, anyone. And this is very interesting timing because right now he's going through and purging a lot of the leadership that he had put in place back in January. Kind of weird, but also, is there something big afoot, my friends? Let's start with this crazy video Kevin Sarbo put out. What kind of person attacks a bus driver while he's driving? And this guy just literally attacks him. There's no audio, actually. The guy's driving the vehicle while it's happening. As you can see here, ends up running into a wall, it looks like, because this guy just wanted to do this while he's on the bus. And it's absolutely insane. We're seeing a lot of people doing things that make no sense. We've seen attacks, of course, on buses. We talked about that one story. That was months ago at this point. But you also have all these other weird attacks, people just attacking old people. I saw another video of a guy just randomly going up to some old guy and knocking him out. Guy, I think he ended up dying from it. And then you get this. You get in Japan, look how they behave. This is crazy. Check out what this girl does when she crosses a road in Japan. Right, you can see her right there. She waits for the cars to stop. Look, she puts her arm up, like nods to people, then she like bows to them. Like, you never see anything like that ever in America, dude. You have here this guy tweeting, what the hell do they teach the Japanese kids? It's going viral. You see also how some in America treat others, knocking out random strangers, told that they're allowed to do this because everyone else around them's racist or whatever. They're all privileged. Taught this gobbledygook, woke mindset garbage everywhere, telling them they can do whatever the hell they want. This is obviously something that is very easily taught in society. Anyway, we're going to get into a ton of stuff. We're just getting started. Got this stuff on Steve-O. You won't believe this. This is crazy. We got Amy Schumer. We got a bunch of people being fired. Pam Bondi, like 12 generals, like just cash could be gone. Like everyone, like a ton of people could be gone very soon here. You already have Kristi Noem gone and her cross-dressing husband. But it looks like a lot of things are changing right now. And the timing is rather interesting considering it's Good Friday. And there's also some really interesting detail about that as well. The day, the time, I'll get into that later. First, I got to mention food supply, 25-year shelf life, 3 months worth, plus the free Mega Protein Kit, $7.97. You can also check out other options right here. Link is in the description for all this. You can go check it all out. They got lots of different other options available. As low as 20 bucks, even 15 bucks for some stuff. Link is in the description for that. Of course, this book here, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity. Considering all the insanity going on around us, you might want to be prepared for whatever is next. $37, get the printed version. And go check out my membership area. I'm soon going to be doing my studio. I had to order another card for my computer so I can even get it to work right. It's already all, I got it sort of set up, very bare bones, but I'm going to have like where I'm going to basically interview people. And I'm going to put the extended part of the interview, the best part, over on my membership site. Link is in the description. Go check it out. Let's get back to the video. So we have here Steve-O, Hollywood stuntman and comedian, spotted grinning ear to ear at a satanic temple with Baphomet co-founder, what's his name, Lucian. What in the hell, man? I knew this guy. There was something weird about this guy. I saw him interviewing Mark Wahlberg like some months ago. And Mark Wahlberg obviously is a Christian. So I thought it was kind of weird because he had Like he had some, I noticed he had like some sort of satanic symbol on him, like a tattoo or something. And I was thinking maybe he's into this stuff. And as you can tell, he is. He is into it. Makes you wonder how many others in Hollywood are into it. And then you got this story of Amy Schumer, the comedian and niece of Chuck Schumer, is moving to London. You remember that whole story? That was some months ago. No, actually, that was a month ago. Not even a month ago. It was a few days ago. I'm sorry. I was thinking this was like a month ago. No, she just decided to move to London like a few days ago, apparently. And the timing is interesting, actually, now I think about it. I for some reason, I thought it was earlier than that. She did it on March 28th or something. Then we find out that she is going to be subpoenaed to testify over Eric Swalwell and his ties to his Chinese, of course, wife, which everyone was wondering if she was obviously a spy. Schumer, who was dating Swalwell at the time, has told stories about how Christine Fang sweet-talked her ex into sharing secrets, national ones, which he, of course, denied. American people deserve to know the truth. Maybe this is why she moved to London all of a sudden, right out of nowhere. She got a tip that they're going to call her in. And this is why Pam Bondi's gone. Apparently, Pam Bondi tipped him off also. Pam Bondi not exactly doing her job, is she? She's literally doing the opposite of her job. Apparently, she got fired and she was begging to keep her job to Trump. Trump just got rid of her anyways. And, she was believed to tip off Eric, according to the Daily Mail. President reportedly believes Bondi had tipped off Swalwell about the FBI's effort to share investigative documents about his relationship with an alleged Chinese spy. So, of course, there's a lot of people our president wants to go after currently. Several people, even a former president, and Pam Bondi hasn't done any of it. Literally none. Of course, when it comes to the files in the island, our president doesn't want to investigate that. Well, technically, I think he does want to investigate it, but I'm guessing he's being blackmailed. Just my theory. And also maybe he's had friends that were partially involved. Who knows? But interestingly, one of the people that's being accused of being part of it, who is right next to our president all the time, Lutnick, he might be fired too. So maybe this is a good turn of events. Maybe this is a very good turn of events. Because look, our president wanted to go after certain specific people, including a former president. Eric Swalwell is another one. Actually, there's several people. I'm sure you know, you can name off a few. Former directors, not Pam Bondi, but, other ones. So he wanted to go after several people. And I was talking about before, he was trying to beat around the bush to get to the same result, to get these people prosecuted, right? And I pointed out months and months ago that Pam Bondi happened to be friends with one of the people that was pretty friendly with Jeffrey, the guy with the island. She was good friends with one of his good friends, which made me indicated to me that maybe she wanted to protect a lot of people, and she didn't want to go after anybody our president wanted her to go after. So now she's fired. Of course, now the guy that was underneath her is the one in charge, and he, of course, doesn't want to go after the files either, but he doesn't have a problem with going after the other people, at least to my knowledge, that our president wants him to go after. And again, why does our president not want to go after the files now? Again, I think it's blackmail or perhaps friends or something. Who knows? Something's pulling him back. It happened around June last year. And it had to do with a country in the Middle East, a prime minister from it that seemed to come and visit him. And then after that, he changed his tune. I'm thinking it's something that he said. But now Todd Blanche is going to be the one that is in charge. He doesn't want to go after the files. But I do, from what I understand, he does want to go after the other people that our president wants to go after and beating around the bush to get to the same result. Well, let's just play this real quick.
Files. You'd agree not handled well? No, and I don't, first of all, I have never heard President Trump say that the Attorney General that anything that happened to her had anything to do with the Epstein files. And so look.
Yeah, okay, they're going to play that cover. So, look, our president is going to come out and act like there's nothing, he's just firing her because he wants to get a new person. But we all know back in the background what's really going on. It's not because of these files, it's because she wouldn't go after the other people. Okay? That's the reason why.
The Epstein files has been a saga that's lasted for the past year. And what happened?
Right. This guy doesn't want to prosecute it either. So, but he does want to go after the other people. So it's kind of a, not a good, not a bad, it's kind of like a bad, I don't know what you want to call it. It's good if it ends up going after these people in a roundabout manner, hopefully. But I feel like it's like you're tying one arm behind your back while you're trying to go after these people. It's like really not a good look. But it is obvious our president is not happy and he does want things to get done. We have here a clip where they're talking about Cash and other people being fired. Check this out.
More than two now tell me that there's a decent possibility Kash Patel is fired today and there's a total reshuffle. The question is why, and my guess is that Trump wants to make it look like it's his idea and not while he's under one specific scandal or pressure from one of these people.
I don't agree with that. Let's just see what he says.
All hell's breaking loose. Clear purge in the White House. Pam Bondi out. Todd Blanche, the nightmare Democrat Party operative, in. And then now Kyle Seraphin has incredible sources. He's a major whistleblower.
So, okay, with this Todd Blanche, obviously he was the one next in line, right? Perhaps our president will get rid of him too. He says he's a Democrat operative. Now, if he is, then that's not good news because clearly he ain't going to go after the people our president wants him to go after. So that's another concern. Is he yet another Pam Bondi that's in there, right? But of course, if he's next in line, of course, they would default to him anyways. So does he have to take him out also? That's the question.
I know you can probably not say the sources yet, but the word is they're about to fire Kash Patel. We'll rejoin the discussion of the.
So this is really weird because his emails were leaked by some Iranian hackers. This is amazing, actually. Like, that's actually helping us because Kash is a joke, man. He's a complete joke. Pam was a joke as well.
Pipe bombing fiasco and Bongino next segment, but let's get into this intel. Red alert info. You just got Kyle Seraphin.
Yeah, I'd call it medium confidence based on the general accuracy of these types of sources, but had more than two now tell me that there's a decent possibility Kash Patel is fired today.
So the timing is very interesting as well because it's Good Friday, and our president just put up a picture of Jesus. Where did that go? I got it around here somewhere. I thought I did. Where did that go? I got like a million windows open like usual. It's around. Okay, here it is. I found it finally. Puts up a portrait of Christ on Good Friday. He also was talking about the gospel the other day. I feel like our president knows he's been on the wrong foot for a while and he's trying to get himself back on track. My concern is a lot of the people around him that give him advice, his advisors are not good. Even if he's able to see that things aren't going right and he's trying to get it back on the right track, I'm very concerned that these advisors are going to give him very garbage advice and continue to make him fail. Because I think if he was not with these advisors around him, he would be succeeding. That includes a spiritual advisor, Paula White, who's terrible. At any rate, so it looks like a step in the right direction, but my concern is this really going to fix it? Or are we going to see the same old again? Are we going to see this new guy basically do a Pam Bondi, which I really freaking hope not. And if it's Todd Blanche, is he going to try to fire him too? Or what's going to happen here? Because clearly something needs to be done. And it looks like he's firing a ton of people. And we have Pete Hegseth also firing a ton of people. Pete Hegseth just fired Army Chief of Staff General Randy George, effective immediately during an act of war. Fox News national security analyst, a retired U.S. Marine, just said live on air, this is a big deal. Hegseth has now removed over a dozen flag and general officers, including General C.Q. Brown, Admiral Lisa Franchetti, General Cruz, General Randy George. 2 additional generals fired today. Firing a general during wartime is nearly without precedent in American history. 82nd Airborne is deploying to the Middle East for potential ground operations. Let me give you some of what I understand regarding the military. From people I've seen that are in the military, they say that usually the very high up brass are usually nothing like the lower military. right? So I'm guessing these people probably weren't good anyways. Just a wild guess there, because I've heard that most of them are completely out of touch, are nothing like the actual people that usually represent our military. Those that actually do the hard work. That these people at the top are usually a joke. I don't know much about these people listed here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're bad. I really wouldn't be, because from what I understand, almost all of them are. So hopefully the only concern is, who's he going to replace them with? Are they just a bunch of yes men? Are they? And my concern also with Pete Hegseth is, although he does have a good plan, at least the way he's talking, I want to get this Iran war done very quickly. It looks like supposedly Israel's on board with this. Trump keeps talking that way. I really hope it is the case. And perhaps that's what Hegseth is doing, is he's trying to get people in there that will do this plan where it gets over quickly. I really hope that is the case. I don't know. Of course, there's other people just posting a lot of memes saying that this is not good or whatever. But honestly, from my understanding, from people that are in the military, a lot of the top brass are usually really bad. So I don't think you can make it worse. Let's just put it that way. I don't think you can make it worse. You could probably pick any random Joe and he'll do a better job. So at any rate, there's that. So then you got this: Theo Vaughn blasts wars and elites on Joe Rogan. And this might have something to do with what Trump's doing right now, because he can clearly tell that people are not happy with him. He can clearly tell that the average Joe doesn't want this war in Iran. They want it over quickly. They don't want some long drawn out thing. And it's not good for polls, especially for midterms. So cleaning house, getting rid of all these people, trying to put some good people in, is a good idea. You have here, of course, Theo Vaughn saying some stuff that's rather interesting. Let's see here. What do we got here? No, that's not the one I wanted to play. I think this is the one. Yeah, here we are. So is this the one where he goes on a rant, Theo Vaughn, which is amazing, because Theo Vaughn usually doesn't do anything like this. So it's kind of weird. You would expect Joe Rogan maybe to do this before Theo Vaughn, but actually Joe Rogan takes the other side. So check this out.
I'm just sick of this shit. And I'm sick of rich people not putting their fucking kids over in these wars and shit like that. Put your fucking honky ass kids up there. Let them go shed some fucking blood.
Especially if you're asking for it.
Especially if you're out there fucking bullshitting, dude. Put your fucking...
Actually, this is not the clip, but that's a good clip too. That's not the clip. Where's the clip? Why do they got this viral thing here, but then they don't show the clip anywhere? That's kind of ridiculous. Let me go do it this way instead. I think, nope, that's not it. Let me back it up. Is it this one? I don't think it's that one either. This is so crazy, man. This is supposed to be a headline. It doesn't even have the clip in it. Let's see here. Maybe this is it.
Cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time.
Yeah, this is it. Here it is. I found it finally. Okay, check this video. We'll play this clip now.
Game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel, and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us, and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man. It's all just a cat and
Joe Rogan goes on and says, he says something about he needs to get off the antidepressants or something like that. And everyone's like dogging on Joe Rogan now, saying Joe Rogan's the one that's wrong. That Theo Vaughn's correct. So, I mean, and he's right. I mean, honestly, Theo Vaughn is correct. There is a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. A lot of people are very disappointed with all the stuff going on, particularly with all of our money going to certain places, not to us, not the American people. We're wasting a lot of time and effort over in other countries. We could get that done quickly. If we get it done quickly, then that's a good thing. But if you keep dragging this out, it's going to be very bad for the midterms. Very, very bad. And at any rate, you get kind of the idea of what's going on with that. So then we had this here. I thought this is really interesting. We have this interview on Glenn Beck of Jeremiah, where he's talking about the time we are currently in. We're seeing some rather curious things happen. On April 3rd, 33 AD is when Jesus was crucified. We are on a Friday, April 3rd right now, 1,993 years later. And we've had all these strange things happening this week. All right, check this out. This is kind of interesting.
I wanted to bring you on and talk to you a bit about, I think it's not a coincidence, but there is something happening, I believe, around this date, this time. We are expecting to know more about a comet that might be seen in the sky beginning on Sunday.
It's fascinating, Glenn, and I'm so glad that you're capturing this for the audience. And what I want you to know is we have the exact date that Jesus died by Roman crucifixion. It's the best established fact of the ancient world. He died on Friday, April 3rd. Guess what today is? Friday, April 3rd, AD 33.
Wow.
We know that as a historical fact. If we cannot believe that, we cannot believe that Caesar crossed the Rubicon in 49 BC, because Passover fell on the 14th of Nisan, and we know that was Friday, AD 33. A lunar eclipse was seen when Jesus was being crucified. This is all factual. You can see this. And
So that's why it went dark? Is that why it went dark?
Exactly why it went dark. Absolutely. And
so this is all easily proven with stellarium, with understanding of various holidays in the ancient past, that he actually was crucified today in 33 AD. And we see all the stories that are coming out of recent, particularly going back, of course, to the moon and a comet that will illuminate in the daytime sky. And of course, they had a eclipse back in 33 AD. So it's kind of amazing looking into all this. And I believe I actually know when he was born too, according to Stellarium and a ton of research from people that have went through all the scriptures in great detail, trying to piece it all together. And I believe it was September, of course, 11. We're talking 3 BC. So he would have been 36 years old when he died, if it's true, if I'm understanding when he was born and when he died. And so, but you notice the dates. Sound kind of familiar? Yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? No one seems to know about his real birthday. They just talk about this other one, winter solstice and Christmas, right? In December 20, Christmas time. At any rate, so you got that as well. The question is, will Trump actually clean house? It seems kind of like it's potentially what's really happening here, my friends. Could this be a good move in the right direction? I really hope so. I really hope that the new people that he appoints and Pete Hegseth appoints are much better. Kind of wondering what some of you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.